If you don't like the fact that you've completed all of the content for Granblue Fantasy Relink but would like something more to play, then you'll be happy to hear that after the recent 1.2 update, there's going to be a ton of new content coming in the 1.3 update. This means a whole new character, extra side quests and sigils, so let's go through all of it so you can be up to speed. The crazy thing about the 1.3 update is that it is the last planned update for Relink. As with this new update and its content, the developers have said that they're pretty happy with the state of the game. They did, however, say that they would like to continue working on it, but nothing is set in stone at the moment. They went on to say if there is enough demand from the fans, then they will address the situation, so let the devs know that you want more. And make sure to tell us as well what you're thinking of Relink so far. For now, something solid that we do have to look forward to is all of the juicy stuff coming in the 1.3 update, and it starts off with the brand new character Sandalphon. During the showcase, we actually got to see an overview of the character, and this is the first official showcase of Sandalphon, and I say official because some people have actually been able to access him via modding the game. Sandalphon is kind of like a mix of Siegfried, Lancelot, and characters with gauges like Id. This is because he essentially has the timed attacks that Siegfried has, which enhances his combo, allowing him to deal more damage, while also his unique attack button gives him a dodge that is very similar to Lancelot's, letting him dodge and attack at the same time. His gauge, however, is called the Archangel gauge, which will fill up while doing attacks, or you can hold down the unique button to fill and charge the gauge faster than comboing. We can definitely see skilled players making use of both of these mechanics of the gauge, either during their combos or in the downtime of a hunt. Once this gauge is full, however, he can then go into Supreme Primarch mode. During this mode, he kind of becomes busted as you no longer need to time your hits, and you get brand new enhanced skills while in this mode as well. To be honest, some of his skills look absolutely insane when in this powered up mode, and we really can't wait to try them out. They did show off a few of these skills that will be available on Sandalphon, and the first is Breath of Life, and this is a skill that will restore health plus recover status effects. There was also No Way Out, which is a lunging attack, Ecliptica, which is a projectile attack that sends out a series of swords to detonate when they reach the target, and the Powered Up one, which is a self buff that raises attack, defense, and crit rate for the whole party. Something really cool about Sandalphon is that he will have two different Skybound arts. There's one when he's in his normal form, and another when he's in his Supreme Primarch mode. They actually didn't show the variant of his SBA when he's in his Primarch mode, but they did showcase the standard one. To be honest, the standard one does look pretty awesome, so we're guessing the ultimate one may be the Paradise Lost version from the Lucilius fight. To be honest, Sandalphon is just in general a very cool character. We don't really know much about him in terms of the lore of his character, but you Granblue vets or lore heads can tell us in the comments, as we would love to know more about why this character is so busted. They have said that unlike Safon and Tuyen, Sandalphon will require a special method to unlock and will have fate episodes, weapons, and more added alongside his release. But this isn't the only thing dropping in the 1.3 update, as we know there will be additional features and content added in. During the stream, they showcased and highlighted some of these features that are coming in the patch. There's a nice quality of life feature where they showcase the fact that you're able to open the minimap onto your screen, and this will highlight certain things of interest such as chests and other goodies, and wee pincers that you may have missed. To open this, you just press the R3 button and it will overlay the map onto your screen. Supposedly this was a heavily requested feature, so it's awesome to see that they've added it in, and it's going to be very helpful for the achievement hunters out there and people looking for the unique sigil from the wee pincers, as these will now appear on your map as icons when playing through the game in chapter select mode. So rip our wee pincer location video, where I literally memorized the location of every wee pincer in every chapter to do a clean run for you guys. Now you can just find it on the map. Another thing they highlighted that they're adding in is a photo mode, and as a content creator, this is something we love to see in every game. It was a bit of a disappointment for us when the game launched without it, because as a content creator, making thumbnails is so much more enjoyable when you actually have access to a good photo mode. If you enjoy playing Narmea, you'll also be happy to hear that they're adding a quality of life feature that lets you actually see your butterfly count, making your combos and skill executions a little easier. Again, this is something that the dev team have said they've been getting a lot of feedback about, as players were finding it hard to keep track of exactly how many butterflies they had. But what about the new content coming in 1.3? Well, it looks like this is going to be a much better update than the ones we've gotten so far, as they'll be adding in not only new proud difficulty quests, but also side quests for us to do. This is alongside new sigils for us to collect. But speaking of sigils, there is something crazy that they're adding in, and it's going to be very interesting to see exactly how this works. They're adding in the ability to create our own sigils by combining traits. They didn't explain in depth what this system will be, but maybe if we speculate, it could be a system where we can combine traits together from different sigils that we already have collected, meaning we don't have to go out and farm so much for those super rare secondary roles. But this is just us guessing what it might be, as they really didn't go into detail on this, and we'll have to wait until the update drops. We did previously say that 1.3 might be the last planned update for Relink. We ourselves would actually love to see more characters and monthly updates, or even something like a Monster Hunter style expansion for the game, as we feel there is still a bunch of potential left on the table for Relink, and it would be super enjoyable to jump back in and play new updates if they did plan them. We can, however, understand why Cygames are being reserved before committing to adding new content into the game, because the game was in development for a very long time, meaning the costs were probably pretty huge overall, and they may just now want to move on to the next thing. In the showcase, they essentially said the development cycle took quite some time, and although it was a long wait for many, they're glad they were able to ship something they're truly proud of. It feels like they've accomplished what they've set out to do, and they would like to express their thanks to us fans who have been supporting them throughout the years. This game was definitely a challenge for Cygames, and with the experience they've now obtained from Relink, we hope they continue to deliver amazing entertainment products in their future. And as Kaji suggested in the showcase, player support and demand are the catalysts that drive them to create, so they ask us to continue voicing our opinions to them. For their very first action RPG multiplayer game, they did an amazing job, and hopefully we get to see where they will go from here. And don't forget that Relink isn't the only console RPG they have in development, as they have the long-awaited Project Awakening in the pipeline, and this, just like Relink, looks to have a ton of potential. With the overall vibe that Cygames has as a studio, they definitely like to pack in fun and interesting things into their games, so we can't wait to see them take on even more genres in the future. So make sure to subscribe down below, because we'll keep you up to date as and when more news comes.